Hello, Spiritual Gangsters, and welcome back to the Spiritual Gangster Podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Pieraldi, and today we're talking about something that gets a bad reputation, but might actually be the thing that changes everything. Discipline. Now, before your shoulders tense up or your inner rebel rolls her eyes, stay with me. Because this is not the rigid, hustle yourself into burnout version of discipline. This episode is about gentle discipline. The kind that supports you instead of punishing you. The kind that builds trust with yourself instead of breaking it. The kind that feels steady, not suffocating. Because discipline doesn't have to be harsh to be powerful. And consistency doesn't have to come from force. Why discipline feels heavy for so many of us? For a lot of people, discipline is loaded. It brings up images of strict routines, unrealistic expectations, all or nothing thinking, and that voice in your head that says, if you were more disciplined, you'd be further ahead. And for many of us, especially women, discipline was modeled as self-denial, not self-respect. Wake up earlier, push harder, do more, ignore your body, ignore your emotions, ignore your limits. So of course, discipline feels exhausting. Of course, it feels like pressure. Of course, we resist it. But what if discipline isn't about controlling yourself? What if it's about caring for yourself consistently? Redefining discipline. Gentle discipline is not about perfection. It's not about punishment. It's not about forcing motivation when you're already depleted. Gentle discipline is about devotion. Devotion to your energy. Devotion to your values. Devotion to the life you're building. Slowly, intentionally, sustainably. It's the quiet commitment to show up even when no one is watching. Not at 100%, not flawlessly, but honestly. And here's the truth. We don't talk about it enough. Discipline rooted in shame will never last. Discipline rooted in self-respect, on the other hand, will. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is supportive. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you wake up feeling inspired. Other days you wake up feeling human. Gentle discipline is what carries you on the days motivation disappears. It sounds like, I don't feel like it, but I can do something small. I don't need to go all in. I just need to stay connected. Or I can show up without proving anything. This is how habits actually stick. This is how confidence is built. This is how trust with yourself is restored. Not through intensity, but through consistency with compassion. The nervous system in gentle discipline. Harsh discipline activates survival mode. Gentle discipline creates safety. And your nervous system matters more than you think. When your body feels safe, you're more likely to follow through. When your body feels supported, you're more likely to stay consistent. When your body trusts you, resistance softens. Gentle discipline works with your nervous system, not against it. It's why slow progress that feels aligned with you will always outperform fast progress that leads to burnout. Gentle discipline in real life. Gentle discipline might look like moving your body in a way that feels nourishing, not punishing. Returning to your routine after a pause without self-judgment. Choosing consistency over intensity. Keeping promises to yourself, even the small ones. Creating structure that supports your energy instead of draining it. It's not rigid. It's It's responsive, and it leaves room for being human. Why small commitments are powerful. Small commitments done consistently rewire your identity. Your brain registers, I'm someone who shows up. I can trust myself. I do what I say I'll do. That's confidence. That's self-respect. That's personal power. Discipline as self-trust. Every time you abandon yourself, trust erodes. Every time you follow through gently, trust grows. Gentle discipline is how you rebuild that trust without fear or pressure. It's saying, I won't bully myself into growth. I won't abandon myself when things feel hard. I'll meet myself where I am and move forward from there. When discipline becomes identity, eventually, gentle discipline stops feeling like effort. You don't force routines, you live them. You don't chase motivation, you rely on rhythm. You don't punish inconsistency, you simply return with grace. Here's a reflection for you. Where have I been trying to force discipline instead of cultivating it? What would gentle discipline look like in this season of my life? And lastly, what is one small promise I can keep today? Discipline isn't weak, it's wise. You don't need to be harder on yourself to grow. You just need to stay connected. Thank you so much for spending time with me today on this episode of the Spiritual Gangster Podcast. I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, keep living like the spiritual gangster you are.